Hello and good evening. Welcome to a brand new year in 2020. This is going to be my first video of this year. Going to be going over the Enchanter AA from the Planes of Power expansion. The reason that I have Shadows of Luklin up right now is because a lot of these AAs have ranks to continue on into the next one, which is Planes of Power. So, for instance, Combat Agility and Combat Stability here will continue 5 more ranks once you have these maxed out into the Planes of Power expansion. So these are actually the two abilities I recommend maxing out first, each expansion. Combat Agility first to avoid damage, and Combat Stability second to mitigate damage. Then for Planes of Power for an Enchanter, I recommend definitely going for Total Domination. If you charm at all, it makes the charm spells a lot more reliable. By, I believe, once you max that out 50% less likely to break. And then the next one I would get, if you do any kind of hunting or grouping with your summoned pet, I would get Companion's Discipline. It allows you to actually control your summoned pet rather than them just react to you being hit or attacked. Companion Suspension I wouldn't get until very late. It's not a priority for an enchanter. Innate Enlightenment is definitely high on the list also. I would probably get that after Total Domination for the simple fact that more intelligence equals more mana, means you can do more damage for longer. Eldritch Rune, it's okay. It's definitely a nice AA to pick up, but with a 36-minute recast timer, it's not going to be able to save you very often unless you really don't get hit very often, but it is there as an emergency rune, so in the case of charming a lot, I would get it just as an emergency, just to buy yourself just a little bit more time. Projected Illusion is not a requirement, but I have to admit it is a fun toy. And on raids, I get asked to make people different illusions quite often. So, and it helps if, for instance, not everyone has a shrink item. That way you can make them something smaller like a gnome or something like that. Next, I would max out Fury at Magic. That's 3 more ranks in the Planes of Power. Brings it up to a 13% chance to crit on your nukes. And then there's a couple more stat AAs, which I would do, but I would actually do Gather Mana. There's 3 more ranks in Planes of Power for 2 AA each that I would get first. And then I would work on the stat AAs like the Innate, innate Eminence and the Innate Spell Resistance if you raid. And also the Planes of Power, which are also very nice because more HP, more mana, always very nice. Mastery of the Past is also one I wouldn't get until the very end, for the simple fact that it's not very useful as long as you keep your skills maxed for each of the for each of the class specializations, depending on what specialization you had as an enchanter. Then I would save that till last. It's fun, it's useful to not have to worry about fizzles, but if you're to get up to the max rank of it at level 64, it only guarantees a no fizzle up to level 58. So you're still 6 levels behind. And of course you always will be behind because that's the nature of the AA. So they're nice, but I would get the other AAs first. So that is my Planes of Power Enchanter AA guide. I will be coming out with my Gates of Discord one within the next few days. The main reason for the delay on this one is I caught a bad cold and lost my voice, so I wasn't able to talk for 2 or 3 days at least. And plus I was feeling pretty bad and had some other stuff going on in real life that I'm not gonna go into, but let's just say it's been a rough 2 or 3 weeks. And I am still willing to do a Enchanter solo on one of the servers. Just let me know if any of you want me to still do that. I'm willing to do it. Just let me know what server, and whatever gets the most votes will be the server I'll make the Enchanter on. And the rules for that will be basically 100% solo, no grouping. I can accept other buffs if they're freely given, but I can't ask for any buffs. I can't ask for any gear. Basically, I have to do everything on my own. So I wish everyone a good night, good day, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. If you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe. Otherwise, see you next time.